So the challenges that you face in real time, what are those and how we can help you? We'll take you through right now. And let's have a look what that is. We'd like to have all your attention now on the stage.
All right. Sorry for whatever happened. So I'm here with a problem and looking for a solution. Just wanted to bring that to all of you. So I'm a brand, I'm a house of brand. Okay, I own about 15 premium brands, and I do a lot of selling on brand.com, marketplaces, retail stores, and of course through distribution channels. I have a product catalog of about 500,000 SKUs, and I use the world's best ERP to make use of my day-to-day operations. I have about a team of 50 people doing the product onboarding part. Now, their primary job is to do data enrichment, manage digital assets, and of course, do a lot of assortments by the channel. The problem is I'm doing all of this on a very, very manual basis. What happens? What's the impact? There are a lot of Excel files going to and fro between the team. So much of data inconsistency. What happens to that? I create a very bad customer experience. The time to introduce my product takes too much of time, whether it is on a brand store or a marketplace or retail. I end up taking bad reviews from marketplaces. So I'll just share an experience. One of my customers, he went to social media. He had ordered something which was red in color. What he received was maroon. And when we went back, we checked, we found out that the listing was 2 in number under the red product, but what he actually received was maroon. Our fault. Don't have systems in place probably which would have automations which can solve this problem of we pushing data to the marketplaces or maintaining a probable product stack within a central repository. The problem is, in spite of using so much of world-class ERP system, I fail. Why? Because I spoil customer experience, I end up doing loss of sales, bad customer reviews. How I wish I had a solution for this.
Hey, Brian, just hold on, man. Hey, hi everyone. I am a marketplace. I run a health and beauty platform. Today I manage more than 20,000 plus sellers. I have a catalog of more than 3 million SKUs, right? I totally can relate with the problem what the brand is saying here. But just try to imagine what a marketplace would be going through. The problem that the brand is having is for one brand, whereas for the marketplace, this is, into the number of sellers that we have. Which means today if I have 20,000 sellers, this problem is 20,000x for us. Now let me categorize a marketplace problems into 3 buckets, right? The first one is the listing piece, right? Today we see lots of consumers, in fact, most of the consumers are going on marketplace to validate their shopping, to make sure that whichever channel they want to buy from, they would go on an X marketplace and see what is the price, what are the promotions and stuff, and how fast it can be delivered, right? Now, so listing is very, very important from a customer's buying experience per se, and to make sure that customer is able to decide onto that platform what he needs to buy. Example, let's take an example that there's an iPhone 16 GB black or an iPhone 64 GB black, right? If a customer is searching iPhone 64 GB black, he should be having one listing. Rest of them can be reference, a 64 GB, 128 GB, a red color, maroon color. That's fine. But primarily he should see one first listing should be an iPhone 64 GB black. Unfortunately today, because of the inconsistent, master data, I end up showing 20 products of iPhone 64 GB black, which then confuses the user to, start making a decision whether he should buy from an first listing, second listing, and more than that, why there are so many listings, right? So, end of the day, the consumer is not able to buy. For the marketplace, it's a loss of revenue, and I am creating a bad experience for my customer. This is the first problem. The second problem is, let's take an example here. Today, if we go on a marketplace and we try to search yoga mat, I am getting 444 pages all filled up with yoga mats. How should I buy? Which means to filter out exactly in terms of what what foam, what length, I should have filters along with that product to make sure that I am able to reach out to the product that I am searching for. Am I getting those filters? Is the sellers or the brands like what we have here, are they providing that as part of the content to the marketplace so that for the user to select through and actually select the product what he wants to buy becomes easy? So this is a second problem, product attributes. Third is an internal problem, I would say, right? Now, majority of us, like players like me, we have category teams sitting behind, right? There are seller onboarding teams, there are category specialist team. While today I am just an health and beauty platform, I have 5 categories, but there are platforms who runs 25 category, which means they need to have group of 25 teams who are managing and moderating this data. Now it's not simple when you are connecting with 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 sellers. How do you manage that content? Today, every seller is providing this content via Excel uploads to a platform. Then my category team downloads it, curates it, moderates it, rejects, sends an email to the seller that this product has been rejected. You go and refurnish this or update this. Whatever gets approved, I go and then upload onto my platform, right? Which means all this is time taking. While this is my internal problem, but from a brand's perspective, I'm not able to help him to onboard the catalog faster. All this manual activities is actually delaying the brand to onboard the catalog, which means I'm delaying his revenue, I'm delaying my revenue also, right? So, do we have a solution for this, right? While I totally sympathize with what the brand is, right? There are challenges with brand, but there are challenges with marketplace also. We are together looking for a solution who can help us to make sure that all these problems what we have stated are corrected. There are automations, and anybody from here who are there in the audience, can you guys, if anyone knows a solution, can you please put your hand up and help us out on that?
Hey, brand. Hey, Mr. Marketplace.
Hello.
I've been taking some notes.
You've got another problem?
Now,
Hello.
I'm the solution provider here.
Oh,
So I've been taking notes of your problems here. Okay?
Great.
But, there's a lot of perspective that these two guys have shared, and obviously it is all around creating the content in the first place. So, like the brand said, right, you've deployed a big ERP,
Yep.
a world-class ERP, right? And it
Yes.
does not solve the problem. It does not create the, basic business data correctly, is it?
True.
And then you said you got 50 people working on it?
Right. Plus
Correct.
50 plus.
50 plus people working on it, just creating data, just creating the content, and still you don't get it right?
That's a
And
problem.
this guy has got, that problem multiplied by 2,000. It is
20,000.
because you brands, you onboard onto a marketplace with inconsistent data, and a lot of sellers are trying to sell the same product, right, onto that marketplace platform, and technically creating multiple products of the same thing, right? So let's get some more perspective, from the audience. And here's the end customer who's trying to buy this product from
Hello.
this platform.
Yeah, you guys talk about your problems. I'm the customer, I don't care about your problems. I don't really care, right? And I'll tell you 2 instances that happened to me in the last 1 month. I ordered a jacket on a brand called Rare Rabbit. It was a very nice jacket. It was a dark maroon jacket. What I got was baby pink.
Exactly the same use.
Now,
Same use case.
unfortunately, because I bought it on sale, I generally don't buy on full price. I couldn't return it. I thought of wearing that baby pink jacket here, but I didn't for obvious reasons. Then 2 days ago, I ordered a comic book on Amazon. And it was a little expensive, but I was willing to order it because it said hardcover and it said 160 pages. So I thought it's worthwhile, right? You know what I got? I got the same book, the same cover, but it's paperback and it's only 57 or 58 pages. I wanted to return it, but this was peculiar because this seller, Amazon, doesn't take the return back. So I had to print the mailing, whatever list, and mail it back to them. So I said, doesn't matter, I'm not going to return that. But I wrote a really nasty stinker on the review and I posted that on Amazon. So it's going to affect you, brand,
Yes.
or you,
It's
marketplace.
going to affect both of us.
Right? Please help solve this problem for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. End Customer. So, see, what is happening? What is the impact of whatever, the brand is trying to do in the first place, and then the marketplace is trying to replicate the problem or multiply the problem? The end customer is the one who's suffering. It is his experience, his browsing experience that gets spoiled.
True.
And it affects the brand image of both of these guys, right? Now, what if I told you, Mr. Brand, that I can solve this problem for you end to end?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
So, your first problem that you said, you're not able to create a consistent
Content.
product information, which goes into all your catalogs, which goes into all your sales channels, and so on, right?
Right.
So, if there was a tool that you can use to create it centrally,
Okay.
and that tool takes care of creation and curation both, orchestrate the process of workflow, and then takes the responsibility of publishing the right catalog onto all your sales channels, like him.
This can happen. There is a tool.
Does that sound like a solution?
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Is it true, but?
Well, of course. Let's find out more. Find me on the booth down there, okay, to find more details. But then, so that takes care of half of the problem, okay? So in the sense, you've got your product right, you've got your attributes managed, right? But then there is more to it.
What about my problem, right? In terms of
We'll come to you.
having
We'll
the
come to you.
category
We'll
teams.
come to you. We'll come to you. Because he's the one where the problem is originating. It is the brand's responsibility to create the right content for its own product, right? So you've got 15 products or 50 products, and then you want to create 50,000, catalogs across the year. One for a special promotion, the other one for a festival, for a region, for a marketplace one, and then for another platform, and so on and so forth, right? You would do it all over again. Every time you want to create a catalog, you do it from scratch, isn't it?
Right?
Yep. So now it is your catalog, and you're pushing that catalog onto the online platform. And listen, guy, you don't take responsibility of whatever he's doing, right? And that's where the problem lies.
Although I don't, but end of the day, the customers are browsing through my platform. So in a way, I do take a responsibility of what he's uploading. Where I'm looking out for is an help in terms of what he uploads gets properly managed with all the correct attribute that I wish to have on that platform.
Tell me something. I mean, he can come in and register himself as a seller, upload a catalog onto your platform. You need some people to review it, right? And then you say, okay, on, isn't it? And this brand is live, and there could be, like you said, iPhone, right? 64
iPhone,
gig.
yep.
So he's one of the sellers. He's one of the sellers selling the same product.
And there are
And then there are
such like
thousands
him.
of those sellers trying to sell
Exactly.
the same product. They're creating the same catalog. They're creating different catalogs. Technically, they are creating multiple products out of the same product. And then that Yoga Mat example, you said 444 pages, right?
That's true.
So that's what the impact really is. So for the end consumer, where is he gone? So for
He's got
him,
angry.
he's trying to find that product onto the marketplace, and he's getting all those 444 pages. It's all the same. It's either different for the color, size, or whatever spec it may be, right? But technically, it is the same product, and if you can organize it well, it will improve the search experience, browsing experience for that customer, and is then able to take a better or a quick decision, buying decision, and is able to close the sale.
So whatever you're saying, I feel it like there is something which is existing. Is it that?
Yes, we've been around for a long time, and we've got a solution called PIM. It's been around for a long time, and we've now upgraded it. What it does is that it'll orchestrate the entire process for you, Mr. Brand, and it'll take you through till the time you create the catalog, and it'll also list. A while ago, we had a session, where the panel was discussing about the listing piece, right? So, and that lister will take that curated product information, curated catalog, and list it to wherever you want it. Now you have internal systems, you have your own brand.com and so on, where again it'll be very handy also to use different catalogs and
Tell
keep
me
listing
something.
them.
In the morning, we had a keynote speaker here who spoke about ONDC. What about that? For a brand, for a marketplace, now this becomes an additional channel. How can you help me there?
So there again, we'll have to be ONDC compliant, and this is not even a future. This is almost like happening now. So we have to be ONDC compliant, both for the brand as well as for you, right? And help you onboard the right sellers. And when we create a central repository of your product, central repository of your catalog, the seller can only and only subscribe to one of the products that he wants to sell, or one of the catalogs that he wants to sell. Subscribe, not create every time he wants to sell. Whenever there's a new launch, he will create another one. So, but he can submit that product information with the marketplace. Marketplace will review, approve, list, and then the seller comes in and, hey, I want to sell the same iPhone. 64 gig, you said, right? Same thing.
I think this looks like a solution. Let's go backstage, discuss this more, and see whether you can help us or not.
Please, any of the brands that are out there, please come and see us. There are good incentives about on signing up or even for a trial run, etc. And help us create this PIM 2.0 as a better product. Help us share your problems so that we can incorporate them in the solution that we've got. We've upgraded our PIM, and 3 cheers to the launch of PIM 2.0.
Well, here we present to you the advanced version of WinPIM 2.0 coming soon. A big hand to all of you for joining us right here and helping us unveil, telling us what the real problem in the real world is, and finding out the solution with WinPIM 2.0. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot.